I tested and analyzed over 100 roofing company websites, and I found that over 95% of them make the same expensive mistakes. So stay until the end, and I'm going to show you exactly what these mistakes are and how to fix them. My name's Kevin, and I've been building custom websites for home service businesses for over 6 years now, and for the past 2 years, I've been working with roofers specifically. I've helped several roofing companies reach page 1 of Google and increase the amount of traffic their sites get, how many clicks, and how many sales come through their website. Now, let's take a look at the data and what I found. The first problem that nearly all of these roofing company websites suffered from was a slow loading speed. So the average loading speed out of all the websites I tested was 12 seconds. Only 23% of all the websites loaded in 5 seconds or less. And here's why that's so terrible. Google found that over 53% of all website visitors will leave if your site takes longer than 3 seconds to load. So right off the bat, out of all the companies that I looked at for this video, they're spending money on ads, and half of their clicks are just leaving instantly before the page even loads. The fix for this is pretty simple. You just have to make sure your website loads fast. And you do that by optimizing your images, cleaning up the code of the website, deleting unnecessary plugins and things like that, and also taking a look at your web hosting. You have to make sure that your site is being hosted on a fast premium server. Otherwise, it will always be slow no matter what you do to it. The second problem is that 74% of all the roofing company sites I looked at have no photos of the owner, the team, or anyone at the company on their page. So why does this matter? Well, people want to know that they can trust the company that they're hiring to come out and replace or repair their roof. And one of the main ways that people build trust is by a human connection, right? They want to see who it is that's actually behind this company, who's going to come to their home and do a major renovation, a major service on their home. If you have no faces, no employees, nothing about the owner, the person is much less likely to trust you. So the fix is very simple. You just have to put photos of yourself, your team, make a personable about me section on your website, and just have full transparency about who it is that actually runs and operates this company. On top of that, you should also include the number of reviews and your aggregate review score, so like how many stars you have in total, up on the very top of your website, ideally close to where your call to action is. So if you have a button, to call you, or you have a form that you want people to fill out, it's ideal to place the little review badge somewhere near that element so that people get reinforced when they might question, should I click this or not? Should I call? Should I reach out? And they see that you have, 200 5-star reviews, and they're like, okay, I can trust this company. Let me call. Problem number 3 is that there's no clear next step for the prospect after they've landed on your website. Almost half of all the websites I looked at did not have a clear call to action immediately visible on the page. That means when someone visits your site, they are not sure what they should do. Should they call? Should they fill out a form? Should they get an estimate or a quote? If you give them all of these choices, they're going to get confused and they're going to back out. And I'm not just making this up. This is what the data actually shows. So HubSpot, which is one of the world's leading CRM companies, did a study, and they found that pages with just one clear call to action got 371% more clicks than a page that had multiple competing call to actions. The fix here is very simple. You just need to pick one call to action that you want every customer to take and remove every other CTA from the top of your page. The fourth problem is a ton of these roofing company websites have big manufacturer widgets stuck to the side of their websites. So there's an Owens Corning one, there's a GAF one, and I think CertainTeed has one too. The average homeowner has no idea what those brands mean. They don't care what brand of shingles you're using on their roof. They just want it fixed, and they want it guaranteed that it'll be done right. So not only do these branded website widgets kind of stick out like a sore thumb, but They're another CTA that the customer has to decide whether or not they want to click on it. And they just take up so much space where you could use that for more testimonials, more social proof, more photos of your brand and your team. That's what actually matters to customers. They're hiring you. They're hiring your company, not Owens Corning. The fifth problem, and possibly the most important, is that 91% of all the websites I tested do not work well on slower 4G connection. Most people are searching for roofers on their phone, probably with spotty service. And if your website is incapable of loading on that type of internet connection, you basically don't exist. The fix for this is when you're optimizing your site, you need to not only test on your computer, but you should pull out your phone and turn off Wi-Fi, then test the site and see how it loads. So here's the big picture of this whole study that I did. 95 out of 100 roofing websites that are running Google Ads are sending their traffic to broken websites. And let me be clear, these are people that are paying sometimes $50, $60, $70, or $80 per click only to send people to a site that takes 12 seconds to load. And that means if you fix these problems on your roofing company website, you are at a huge advantage when compared to the competition. All right, so in conclusion, here is what you need to do to fix this problem. Number one, you need to make your website load in under 3 seconds. Number two, you need to add photos of real people like your team, the owner, the employees, anyone who works in the company. You need to highlight them and humanize them on your site. Additionally, you need to show the number of reviews that your company has received above the fold on your page, which means it's the first thing that people see when your website loads. They should be able to find immediately how many reviews you have. Number three is you need to get rid of those supplier website widgets like the Owens Corning one, the GAF one. Just delete them from your site. I promise you, your conversions will be much better if you just run your own call to action. Number four is you need to put one single clear call to action at the very top of your page so that people see it immediately when your website loads. They shouldn't have to scroll. They shouldn't have to choose between 3 different buttons. You should have one button that you want everyone to click on. And number 5 is you need to make sure your site actually works on phones with slower connections. If you fix these things, you will convert clicks into customers more effectively than 95% of your competition. So I hope you found this helpful and valuable. If you want help fixing your roofing company website, you can drop a comment and I will respond and help you out in any way that I can. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.